Tonight, we are following several tragic stories, and they all involve children. First, we're getting more information on a 4-year-old boy shot in his home. The family opened their doors to us tonight and told us how it all happened. KHOU 11 News reporter Doug Miller is live in Northeast Houston with that story. Doug. Incredible story. Thank you, Doug. Now on to Liberty County, where the search for a missing boy has ended sadly. Search crews found Devin Davis's body today. Turns out the child was not far from the home where his family is staying. Investigators were just about to leave when the discovery was made. After more than 4 days of searching, they had decided to give up. But at the last minute, crews decided to send drones and a chopper over this pond. The helicopter's blades cleared algae from the water's surface. It was there that little Devin Davis's body was discovered. It was the moment many had feared.
It's like losing your own kid over and over again, you know, it's pretty tough.
Words cannot describe how tough, especially for Devin's mother, who spoke with us yesterday.
He is the sweetest child you could ever be. He's happy, he's friendly, he's a good kid.
Investigators say Devin's mother was extremely tired when he disappeared. They believe she did nothing wrong.
They had been moving all the way from Virginia. She sat both the kids down, put the one in the pen, playpen, and she sat out on the couch and just simply went to sleep.
For the volunteers who spent so much of this week searching, the end was heartbreaking.
When it becomes a recovery like this and you're finding a body and you're not, you know, it's not a rescue, it's really not what we sign on to do a lot of times, but it ends up being our job more than anything.
Investigators tell us an autopsy will be performed on the child to determine exactly how he died. Again, they are not suspecting any foul play was involved. Police say a man terrorized his ex-girlfriend and her 2 young girls. He kidnapped them in the middle of the night. That prompted 7 hours of worry for the woman's family today and an Amber Alert for the children. Tonight, they're all safe. The suspect is dead. KHOU 11 News reporter Larry Seward has more on this bizarre story.
Not knowing
Pray he bring her home.
hurts when it's someone you love.
She's been my best friend for 3 years now.
I just pray that he finds somewhere in his heart to let them go.
Diana Walton's niece and her 2 daughters, 2-year-old Cadence Mills and 4-year-old Jayla Gassaway, were abducted. The suspect, the mother's ex-boyfriend, whom she's known for 10 months, is a registered sex offender named Courtney Dickerson.
I kind of know that he's a time bomb.
He showed up here in the middle of the night.
According to detectives, Dickerson kicked in the victim's front door, then dragged she and her 2 daughters outside.
Dickerson drove them away in the woman's SUV, starting an Amber Alert and 7 hours of anxiety.
You know, she tries to stay away from him, but somehow he just keeps coming.
Thursday morning, police say Dickerson sexually assaulted his ex, then dropped her off at work in the medical center.
He said that he wasn't going to let them take him alive when they were chasing him.
Walton's niece stayed with her until she felt safe enough to go home.
I heard screams and hollers.
Hours after the abduction, detectives found Dickerson inside this stolen SUV with all 3 victims. He took off running before police could get him.
And I heard a loud pop.
Dickerson shot himself, though rushed to a hospital. He later died. At the same time, Walton was running to the scene toward police cruisers, hugging her niece and knowing
She's fine, the kids are fine.
it takes away some of the hurt. In Southeast Houston, Larry Seward, KHOU 11 News.
A mother and her young daughter are dead after a hit-and-run accident in West Houston. Investigators say 24-year-old Victoria Miranda and her 2-year-old daughter Emma tried to cross Westheimer. This happened around 2:30 this morning near Eldridge. A dark vehicle hit them and did not stop. The mother and daughter died at the scene. A plane on its way to Houston had to make an emergency landing in Memphis. The crew on board the express jet noticed the plane had tire damage. They spotted the problem shortly after taking off from Memphis International. The plane turned around and went back. Fire crews were standing by just in case, but it was able to land safely. The 44 passengers were removed from the plane and put on other flights. A cruise ship has left Galveston after its voyage was nearly stopped by a lawsuit of all things. On Friday, a federal judge ordered the Carnival Triumph be held. It was all because of a lawsuit. It was filed by the family of a German tourist killed in that shipwreck off the Italian coast in January. That cruise ship, the Costa Concordia, is operated by the same parent company as Carnival Cruise Ships. The issue was resolved at the last minute this afternoon. And this afternoon, it did not seem like springtime at all. Absolutely hot out there. What's going on with that hot weather, Mario?
Yeah, a lot of folks are reaching for that AC button in the car and also the thermostat. And when we come back, I'll explain exactly why it's so warm and how we ended up March. Incredible warmth, but also incredible rain. We've got both.
Saw some people walking down the sidewalk today. They were wiping the sweat off their forehead.
It's getting to be warm.
Doesn't take much to get to that point. All right, thank you, Mario. Appreciate that. Residents are trying to decide if turning the Woodlands into a city is worth all the cost. Tonight, people got a chance to ask questions about the move at a town hall meeting. If the Woodlands becomes a city, residents would likely see their property taxes increase by more than 70%. Yes, 70%. The upside, though, is residents would have a lot more control over their community and they would be able to pass ordinances. Residents will likely get to vote on this issue in the year 2014. Construction work going to cause big headaches for drivers along the North Loop this weekend, so watch out for that. Tonight, crews shut down the westbound frontage road. This is the area right between East and West TC Jester. Workers are demolishing part of a bridge there. The road work is expected to be open by 5 o'clock on Monday morning. People all across the country took to the streets today to protest the shooting of Trayvon Martin. Up next, how the focus of the rallies is starting to change. Plus, a record Mega Millions jackpot with 3 winners in 3 states. What the lucky ticket holders stand to gain. And headlines about Houston being the fattest city. Well, we're now being told it may just be a big, fat lie. What a new survey says coming up. Officials are waiting for the winners of a record-breaking Mega Millions jackpot to claim their prizes. 3 winning tickets were sold, one in Maryland, another in Kansas, another in Illinois. The $640 million prize will be split 3 ways, but how much each winner gets depends on which option they take.
And they've won $213 million, and if they want the cash option of getting all the money up front, it's $154 million. And then after taxes, that would be $108 million cash after taxes.
Whew, too many zeros for me. About 160 people are second prize winners. They will each get $250,000. About 100 million people played and didn't win anything. Mario, did you play this
I'm an odds maker,
so you didn't
and
play.
They were too high for me. They were too high for me this afternoon. A lot of folks, though, were spending some time out.